Ah! Hello? Were you watching me prepare for the episode this whole time? Well, you may as well come along. We got work to do. Welcome to Empires. I am Gem, a celestial being pretending to be a human princess, and this is my medieval-themed sunshiny empire. Although we've been working on this empire for quite a while now, it's looking a little empty. So today, I want to change that and build some new structures in the village. But first, an opportunity to have your very own Princess Gem. Look at this adorable little plush. I just know that she will try and bring sunshine to whichever room you have her in. If you would like to pre-order your very own Princess Gem, the link will be down in the description. I think the first thing that I want to do today is go ahead and lay down a bunch of the foundations. In order to do that, we have to decide exactly where each structure is going to go. And I know that I want one here. I think that one in front of the church could also be nice. And then maybe a couple over here. Sorry, tree. I think we're definitely going to have to make some room. Sorry, flowers. All of these structures are going to have the same base, and we'll sort of differentiate them by their job. For example, I think this one right here can be a blacksmith, but the foundation is going to be pretty much the same as the rest. We're just spacing everything by 3. Okay, blacksmith foundation is in. We'll put a little work area out here along the path, and now I think I also want to do a little maybe sort of fishing shack over here. And I want to have this building come directly up to this wall, and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Now, as we move in along this path, I want another much bigger structure to be here. I mean, this is a huge plot of land. I feel like we should be able to utilize it fairly well, though. We'll bring it straight up and nestle it into this little hillside over here. Okay, lastly, this area in front of the church is also very empty. I mean, we could put a pond there, but I feel like that would be going for the obvious. I think I want a bakery to be outside the church. I think that would be so cozy. Now, I am going to once again go for the typical kind of space everything by 3, but this pathway is kind of on an angle, so if I go straight, I'll hit it. I think what I want to do is just slightly bend the structure inwards along the path. I feel like that'll just give this structure the little bit of extra interest that it needs. There we go. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's nighttime again. All in a good day's work. Right, let's head to the sky and see how these look. Oh, that's gonna add so much to the village. Yeah, that's gonna fill it out fantastically. Oh, the humans and creatures here are gonna be so happy. Now comes the trouble of actually gathering materials for my new structures. And since we're doing 4 of them, we're gonna need quite a few materials. What do I even have here? I really want to use a bunch of this crimson nylium to actually grow some of the nether trees at my base. So here goes nothing. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Oh, I suppose I am gonna need a hoe for this stuff. You know, these crimson roots actually probably wouldn't look half bad in my empire. Mushrooms too. Cool. Now I don't think I have a hoe, so I'm gonna go ahead and make one. And I'm also gonna need a bunch more bone meal if I want to do this. Luckily, I installed a new handy-dandy contraption in my barn recently. I just have to go to the wheat field over here. This wheat field produces way too many seeds. So all I gotta do is feed all of these seeds into here, and it makes bone meal. I'm a genius. Now let's enchant our new tools, shall we? And see what we get. Unbreaking. Oh, that's actually really good. I could use that for leaves as well. All right, let's test it out. Oh yeah, I love my new hoe. That was extremely tedious. Let's do the next tedious project. That. Crimson and mangrove may be the prettiest wood types in the game, but oh my goodness, they are horrible to get. I'm really hoping this is all that I need for today. I'm so thankful honeycomb is easy to come by. Thank you, bees. And pumpkins. We also love pumpkins. Foundations are laid out, materials are gathered, it's time to get building. I'm gonna do these builds one by one, starting with this one. This is going to be our lovely blacksmith. We can have a smithing table, we'll have a lovely fireplace outside here. I feel like we can turn the ground into like maybe tough or just, you know, something a bit more official just to add life to this area as you enter across the bridge and go towards the greenhouse. So we just need a little bit of foundation and then some walls for the next layer. And of course, every building is gonna need a roof. You know, as far as blacksmiths go, I feel like this definitely does it for me. And I also have an entrance added over here, but now comes the roof. The roof is not hard because it's like actually hard. It's hard because there's so many blocks and my inventory is so tiny. But anyway, let's see if I can get something half decent going here. I feel like for each of the builds that we do today, I'll go with a slightly different gradient. So far, we've been doing the sort of linear gradient that just, fades downwards, but this one starts in the center of the roof instead. I feel like that is very sunny and nice. It's lovely, isn't it? Now I just have to do the back. That's fine. I'll do it. Hold on. Ollie is apparently on his way. I'll never get over that. Woo! Hi, Ollie.
Hello. I need your things and stuff.
Yeah, don't you always?
Yeah, I do. It went wrong. It went horribly wrong.
What happened?
Well, I logged in and there was just a creeper there. And it felt like probably an attack.
Where are your sunglasses? You're supposed to sleep every night. The darkness.
Well, I would
the
sleep,
lore.
but there's no bed. Well, my bed got exploded.
You need
God bless
several
the server,
beds.
Yeah, but the...
Play me a organ lullaby while we sleep.
I don't know it. I don't know any organ songs.
Please play me a sunny lullaby for our sleepy time right now.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, God, this is not a nice sounding organ. It's a bit jazzy. What's it?
Yeah, sure, I can sleep with that.
Miss you, Mumbo. It's the Mumbo song again. Where are you, Mumbo?
It's the wrong server.
So. Where is that boy?
Anyways, this building, while not complete, it exists. And that's more than I can say for the other three. So I think we'll move on to these now and kind of get all 4 of the structures up to this sort of standard. And then I can go inside and start working on the details and other things on each one. Little shed, complete. Now for the much bigger structure. This one. This one has a second structure jutting off of it there, and over here, I've also decided I'm gonna do a little tower. Not 100% sure what it's gonna be for, but I imagine it'll be fun to look at. That's kind of the theme of today's episode, is making things that are fun to look at. Oh, God. Hello? Why are you here? Leave. Oh, gosh. It may be filled with mobs, but you know what? I actually think that one looks pretty cool so far. Structure number 3, complete. Minus several details. But so far, having these structures blocked in is making a huge difference. So there's just one more to do. The diagonal bakery, of course. I'm actually really excited for this one. I think this street actually turned out better than I imagined. I really like the new structures, and I feel like they block the line of sight really well, so that every corner you turn, you get to see a new part of Dawn. And now we get to add the details. Oh, this is my favorite part. I am rummaging through my chest trying to grab all of my decoration blocks, basically, and I actually have kind of so many. I'm gonna save those maybe for something else, but I mean, look at these amethysts that I have. I think I got this from Lizzie, and I've never really used it. We also have TNT. Oh, we have so many things we can build out of. Okay, the very first thing that I'm obviously going to need to do is make a whole bunch of windows. This is super important. I love the yellow glow on these windows. It makes all of the builds look so sunny and glowy. So mission number 1 for the detail phase is clearing out a lot of this, getting our entrances and doorways in place, and then filling this up with some actual interior and popping the windows in. Sounds like a lot to do, but I think I can handle it. Don't worry, tulips. I'll replant you. Maybe a mangrove door. Oh, I've been using spruce doors, but actually these mangrove doors, way better. Into the cauldron with you. Tulip garden relocation. These interiors are so tricky sometimes. I'm trying to break this one up, but I mean, like, what am I meant to do with this? This is a lot of nothing. Okay, first structure is walk-throughable, which I've decided is the name for my standard of this first step. Walk-throughable. You can walk through it. Can't say the same for these other ones, though, as this one doesn't even have a door, and I'm pretty sure neither does this one. Yep, this is as expected. This is certainly not walk-throughable. The nice thing about this tiny one is that it's pretty easy to make it walk-throughable. This blacksmith is now walk-throughable on 2 layers. One, the basement sort of workshop, and also the upper area where I'll probably do a shop or maybe sleeping area. So that's the blacksmith, the fishing hut, and I think I'll make this maybe like a cartographer's area or a study area of sorts. So that leaves the bakery, which once again doesn't even have a door. I'll sleep on it and figure out where the door goes. Do you know what? There's an argument to be said for this panel right here, because you could literally just flip one of those. Yeah, right, we're doing it. That's the one. Oh, this interior is going to be weird. I've decided that this one is just too weird. It needs a ceiling. And also the roofs on this one aren't so fancy anyway. Yeah, that definitely cleans it up. It's walk-throughable. Now that all of the interiors look like this, it's time to bring some life to the situation. And I think I'm going to start with this little one because, well, it's definitely probably the easiest. I feel like a fish head would definitely be good. And also, oh, probably some barrels. Yeah, that's a good idea. I want this to be like an area where you would cut up fish. I know it's gross, but we actually have a lot of these in Newfoundland. They're like little stages on wharves, and this is not exactly that, but like it's kind of close. So normally those have like some blocks in the middle, and then we're gonna need some water. And honestly, there's probably some water in the ground. So I think that we just get to go ahead and add like a whole bunch of stairs. Like so, and then we can use those as cracks in the flooring to put some water in. Oh, speaking of, it's raining. All right, let's see if this looks how I imagined it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. And then we'll put the head of a fish, some barrels around. It's definitely a little unsettling, but I think that it works. Oh, hello. Welcome to Dawn. You coming in out of the rain? Let's see. Oh, you actually have some really interesting blocks. My mini head collection grows. Now, which ones do I need for a blacksmith? Definitely a couple of those, couple of those. I feel like the diamonds are obvious. Maybe the emerald too. First, I want to set up this little outdoor area. That looks pretty good. Then on the inside in here, I think the main thing that I want to do is establish some sort of big desk area. And maybe this can be lava? This is probably lazy interior designing, but I am just adding barrels and chests to everywhere. Just makes it feel a bit more complete. And with that, I believe I'm happy with the smith. Next up, the bakery, but first, clay. The first thing that the bakery definitely needs is some help with this outdoor area. I want this to be a cute little stall, and it can't really do that in its current form. Obviously, a cake would be most ideal for this, but the best I could do is some bread and some pie. Honestly though, I feel like that's a pretty good compromise. Inside is gonna need a nice little cooking area, a counter to serve people from, one that you can walk through, of course. Then maybe a little seating area could be cute. Look, there's even some outdoor seating now. And I kind of want to try to use these bricks to make a cozy little oven sort of area right here. It's a little tricky to get the effect on a small scale, but I feel like this kind of works. You come in, you can totally tell that this is like a kitchen sort of work area and that this is a counter right here. Bakery complete. Now, I'll admit, I may have saved the most difficult structure for last. I am inspired to make this last building kind of like an exploration building. Like before you go out sailing to sea or go somewhere, you would stop in here and you would talk to the cartographer and you would see what they had to say about your adventure. But that's going to involve some maps. Oh, and I feel like this is a great place to use some of our mob heads that they would maybe have around for information. Perfect. Oh, and real quick, I almost forgot to put carpet in my bakery. Very important. Okay, here it is, the cartographer's working station. I love all the layers to this build, and I so want to do it justice. Quick little welcome mat. This is a tiny space, but maybe a table to start, a barrel, and a little flower. As we go up, I kind of want it to almost be more mysterious. I'm gonna lay some TNT out. This is risky on the Empire server, but I want it to be like proper exploration, you know, like remnants of things that you would need. It's a good little room to have a meeting in, I think. A good start, for sure. Now the top floor is where the real business takes place. So in here, I want to have a big meeting table right here in the center. I imagine it being a circle table, but on this scale, that's not gonna happen in Minecraft. So I'm gonna just do some slabs and logs. Now, for this map right here, I want to actually map Dawn. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Oh, whoa! I actually really like that. There it is. There is Dawn all mapped out. And I also have my gate over here just on a single map. And I really like the way this room turned out. I've never really done like a proper mapping house like this, but I think that it really worked out and it has that exploration vibe to it. Well, there it is, everyone. We did 4 brand new structures in Dawn, from the exterior to the interior and to some of the story and set building for these pieces. I feel like this has been a fantastic way to get back into the Empire's vibe in the new year. Definitely let me know what you think of all of these brand new structures. Dawn is really starting to come to life. I love it, and I hope that you do too. I'll see you next time, everyone. Goodbye!